Let's go to Poland now, where opponents of the Polish government have been staging a third day of protests in the capital, Warsaw, over government plans to restrict journalists' access to Parliament. Demonstrators gathered outside the Constitutional Court today, while opposition MPs continued their sit-in inside the Parliament building. Well, a short time ago, I spoke to Jaroslaw Wlodarczyk, the president of the press club in Poland from Warsaw.
The truth is that the Speaker of the lower house is not liking journalists. He didn't make, when he started a year ago, till now, he didn't make even one press conference. And that might be a reason.
The government is actually saying it's not unusual to accredit journalists in this way across Europe. Do you agree?
I don't, of course not, because they give, as an example, the European Parliament, and the European Parliament is very liberal. Of course, nobody can enter the Parliament room, either in Poland or in Brussels, but it's easy access to all European Parliament members. And now we've got easy access to the MPs in Poland. And yesterday night, we met with the Speaker of the Senate, and we will continue talks tomorrow at noon, Warsaw time, and he declared that they will not change the rules until we will not agree. And this is the result of the mass protest we organized. Over 30 largest media outlets Friday decided to make, under auspices of Press Club, the protest the day without politicians. So we had no politicians in printed press, radio and television, empty blank pages, and the blank screens sometimes on television stations, and that moved forward the issue.
How much is the Polish public actually paying attention to these protests, given that the government relatively is quite popular?
The government is very popular and has so many people against that government that people who are pro. But in the afternoon, after a few hours of our journalist protest, which is not political, this is only about the access to information and the freedom of speech, the opposition blocked the parliament, and they said, we want to support journalists. Then people went to the streets and they said, we want to support journalists. I'm very suspicious where politicians are supporting, any politicians are supporting journalists. And I'm very suspicious, especially where today opposition and yesterday governing party wants to support us.
Jaroslaw Wlodarczyk from the Polish Press Club speaking to me a little earlier.